In the grand theater of life where ambitions clash and dreams are forged in the crucible of experience, you might be tempted to believe your greatest assets are the tools you can hold, the connections you can see, the tangible empire you can build, stone by relentless stone. You might look to the strength of your arm, the depth of your pockets, or the breadth of your network as the guarantors of your success, your shields against the storms of adversity. But you would be mistaken, profoundly so, for there exists a power within you, an unseen force more potent than any external advantage, more resilient than any fortress ever built. It is the architect of your reality, the silent commander of your fate, the sculptor of your destiny. This power, my friends, is your mindset. It is the unseen weapon that once truly understood and masterfully wielded will determine not just the battles you win, but the very war for your potential. Look around you. The world you inhabit, the circumstances you face, the opportunities that beckon, and the obstacles that loom, they are not merely random occurrences. They are, in large part, reflections of the dominant thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that reside within the inner sanctum of your mind. The mind is the painter, and the world is its canvas. What picture are you painting? Is it a masterpiece of vibrant possibility or a muted landscape of limitation and fear? Consider the titan of industry, Henry Ford, who declared, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." This wasn't just a clever turn of phrase. It was a profound insight into the mechanics of human achievement. The conviction that ignites action, the belief that fuels perseverance, the unwavering faith that transforms a mere idea into a world-changing reality. These are not born of circumstance. They are cultivated within the fertile ground of the mind. Your mindset is the lens through which you perceive everything. It colors your interpretation of events, dictates your emotional responses, and ultimately shapes your actions. A mindset steeped in pessimism will find shadows even in the brightest noon. It will see every challenge as a roadblock, every setback as a final defeat, every criticism as a personal attack. It fosters an environment where doubt thrives and potential withers. But a mindset forged in the fires of optimism, tempered with realism, and imbued with an unshakable belief in your own agency, that, my friends, is a force to be reckoned with. Such a mindset sees opportunity in adversity, lessons in failure, and stepping stones where others see only stumbling blocks. It does not deny the existence of darkness, but it chooses to focus on the light it can create. It understands that the night is deepest just before the dawn, and it is in that darkness that stars shine brightest. This is not about wishful thinking or painting a veneer of positivity over a crumbling foundation. No, this is about the deliberate, conscious cultivation of a mental fortress. It's about understanding that your thoughts are not mere passive observers of your life. They are active participants, powerful agents of creation or destruction. Think of the mind as a garden. If you allow weeds of negativity, self-doubt, and fear to take root, they will choke the life out of your aspirations. But if you diligently cultivate seeds of positivity, courage, belief, and resilience, you will reap a harvest of success, fulfillment, and an unyielding spirit. The weeds will still try to sprout. Such is their nature. But the master gardener, the one who understands the power of their inner landscape, is ever vigilant, tending, nurturing, and ensuring that what is life-affirming thrives. The ancient philosophers knew this. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, ruling the Roman Empire, reminded himself daily to focus on his inner world. His reactions, his thoughts, for that, was the only domain over which he had true control. He understood that external events are neutral. It is our interpretation, our mindset, that gives them power, that defines them as tragic or triumphant. Stripped bare, a disaster is merely an event. It is the mind that labels it that writes the story of its impact. And if the mind can write one story, it can surely write another. This is your inherent power, the power to choose your response, the power to define your reality, the power to forge a mindset that serves you, that propels you forward, that transforms you from a victim of circumstance into a victor of your own making. The journey to mastering this greatest weapon begins with a single courageous step, the decision to become the conscious architect of your thoughts. It begins with the understanding that what you feed your mind, what you allow to occupy your mental space directly, translates into the quality of your life. You wouldn't knowingly ingest poison, so why allow toxic thoughts to fester and corrupt your inner world? This isn't a passive affair. It requires active engagement, a warrior's discipline. It demands that you stand guard at the gateway of your mind, scrutinizing the thoughts that seek entry. Are they empowering or disempowering, constructive or destructive? Aligned with your highest aspirations or mired in your deepest fears, you possess within you an unquenchable spark, a divine ember of potential. But this ember needs fuel. It needs the breath of belief to become a flame, the protection of a resilient mindset to withstand the winds of doubt and discouragement. Your mindset is that fuel, that protective sphere. It is the difference between a spark that fizzles out in the face of the first obstacle and a roaring inferno that consumes challenges and illuminates the path forward. Think of Thomas Edison, faced with thousands of failed experiments in his quest for the electric light. To an ordinary mind, each failure would have been a hammer blow, a confirmation of impossibility. But Edison's mindset was extraordinary. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This wasn't mere bravado. It was the manifestation of a mindset that viewed setbacks not as defeats, but as essential data points on the road to success. His laboratory was not a graveyard of failed attempts, but a library of learned lessons, each one bringing him closer to his goal. His mind was his most vital piece of equipment, his belief the current that powered his relentless drive. This power of belief, this cornerstone of a formidable mindset, is not some mystical gift bestowed upon a chosen few. It is a capacity inherent in every single one of us, waiting to be awakened, to be nurtured, to be directed. Belief is the starting pistol for all human endeavor. Without it, the race is lost before it even begins. With it, even the most audacious goals become attainable. When you truly believe in your ability to achieve something, your mind begins to operate on a different frequency. It scans your environment for opportunities, for resources, for allies that it would have otherwise overlooked. It unlocks reserves of creativity and determination you never knew you possessed. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable begin to shrink in stature, viewed through the lens of unwavering conviction. This isn't about deluding yourself. It's about aligning your internal state with the outcomes you desire. It's about understanding that the subconscious mind, that vast, powerful engine, accepts what is repeatedly impressed upon it. If you consistently feed it thoughts of doubt and inadequacy, it will diligently work to make that your reality. But if you impress upon it images of success, of competence, of resilience, it will move heaven and earth to manifest those qualities in your life. Consider the story of Walt Disney. He faced bankruptcy, ridicule, and countless rejections. His early cartoons were dismissed, his vision for a full-length animated feature deemed folly, his dream of a magical kingdom seen as the height of absurdity. What kept him going? Not an absence of adversity, but an abundance of belief. A belief in his vision so potent, so unshakable that it infected others, that it weathered every storm, that it ultimately transformed the landscape of entertainment and imagination. His mindset was his capital, his belief, his unwavering investor. The moment you decide to cultivate this unwavering belief, the fog begins to lift. Doubt, that insidious thief of dreams, begins to lose its grip. Fear, that paralyzing specter, starts to recede into the shadows. In their place, a quiet confidence emerges, a steadfast knowing that you possess the inner resources to navigate whatever life may bring. This belief isn't a guarantee of a life free from challenges. No life in its infinite wisdom will always present tests. But belief is the assurance that you are more than equal to those tests. It is the inner voice that whispers, "You can," even when the world shouts, "You can't." To cultivate this belief, you must first become intensely aware of its antithesis, the limiting beliefs that have taken root in your mind, perhaps sown in childhood, nurtured by past disappointments or absorbed from a cynical world. These are the invisible chains that bind your potential. I'm not smart enough. I'm not worthy. I don't have what it takes. People like me don't succeed. These are not truths. They are merely thoughts repeated so often they have masqueraded as facts. Your task is to become a detective of your own mind, to unearth these limiting beliefs, to hold them up to the light of conscious scrutiny. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? What evidence truly supports it? What would my life look like if this belief were no longer true? Often, you will find that these beliefs are built on flimsy foundations, on misinterpretations, on the outdated opinions of others. And then you replace them. Deliberately, consciously, you begin to sow new seeds. I am capable. I am worthy. I possess unique talents and strengths. I am learning and growing every day. You affirm these new beliefs not just with words, but with emotion, with conviction. You visualize them as your reality. You act as if they are already true. This is how you rewrite the script of your subconscious mind. This is how you forge the unshakable belief that is the bedrock of a winning mindset. This isn't a one-time fix. It is a daily practice, a continuous refinement. Just as a sculptor chips away at stone to reveal the masterpiece within, you must chip away at the layers of doubt and limitation to reveal the brilliance of your true potential. With belief firmly taking root, the next crucial element of a powerful mindset emerges: clarity. For belief without direction is like a mighty ship without a rudder, full of power yet adrift at sea. Clarity is the compass that guides your efforts, the blueprint that informs your actions. It is knowing with profound certainty what you want to achieve, and just as importantly, why you want to achieve it. Without clarity, your energy becomes scattered, your efforts diluted. You may work hard, pour in hours of toil, but without a clear destination, you risk running in circles, mistaking motion for progress. Many wander through life like ships in a fog, hoping to stumble upon a favorable shore. But hope is not a strategy, and chance is a fickle master. The truly effective, those who shape their own destinies, operate with a laser-like clarity of purpose. Think of Napoleon Hill, who spent decades studying the most successful individuals of his time. A recurring theme he discovered was their definiteness of purpose. They knew precisely what they wanted, and they had a burning desire to achieve it. This clarity wasn't a vague aspiration. It was a sharply defined goal, often written down, reviewed daily, and pursued with unwavering focus. To gain this clarity, you must be willing to ask yourself the hard questions. What truly matters to me? What are my deepest values? What impact do I want to make on the world, however large or small? What does success look like, feel like, taste like? Specifically for me. Not for society, not for my peers, not for my family, but for me. This process of introspection can be challenging. It requires honesty, courage, and a willingness to look beyond the superficial. but the rewards are immeasurable. For when you achieve clarity, a new level of power is unlocked within you. Your mind, now armed with a clear target, begins to filter out distractions. Decisions become easier, guided by the simple question, does this move me closer to my goal or further away? Your daily actions begin to align with your overarching vision. Procrastination, that common thief of time and ambition, finds fewer footholds when the path ahead is brightly lit. You begin to attract the resources, the people, and the circumstances that resonate with your clear intentions. It's as if the universe itself conspires to assist the person who knows, without a shadow of a doubt, where they are going. Clarity also fuels resilience. When setbacks occur, as they inevitably will, a clear vision of your desired outcome provides the motivation to get back up, to learn to adapt, and to press on. Without that clarity, a minor detour can easily become a permanent abandonment of the journey. But with your destination firmly fixed in your mind's eye, you view obstacles not as dead ends, but as challenges to be navigated, as tests of your commitment. So, take the time. Carve out the space in your busy life for quiet contemplation. Grab a pen and paper. There is a unique power in the physical act of writing down your thoughts and goals. Define your objectives with precision. Don't just say, I want to be successful. What does success mean in concrete terms? Is it a certain level of income, a specific career achievement, the mastery of a skill, the creation of something meaningful? The more detailed your vision, the more compelling it becomes, and the more powerfully it will draw you forward. This clarity then breathes life into your vision, transforming it from a mere intellectual concept into a vibrant multisensory experience within your mind. Your mindset is not just about what you think. It's about what you see when you close your eyes and dare to dream. Vision is the ability to see the invisible, to hold in your mind's eye a future reality so compelling, so detailed, that it begins to exert a gravitational pull on your present actions. The great leaders, innovators, and artists throughout history were above all visionaries. They saw possibilities where others saw only the status quo. Wright brothers didn't just see a collection of wood and fabric. They saw humanity soaring through the skies. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't just see division and injustice. He saw a future where his children would be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Their visions were not fleeting fantasies, they were deeply held convictions that fueled their every endeavor. Your vision is your personal North Star. It's the lighthouse guiding you through the storms of doubt and the fogs of uncertainty. When you cultivate a powerful vision, you are in essence rehearsing your future success. You are creating a mental blueprint that your subconscious mind will work tirelessly to actualize. The more vivid, the more emotionally charged your vision, the more potent its creative power. Don't be afraid to dream big. Don't let the perceived limitations of your current circumstances dictate the scope of your vision. Your circumstances are temporary. Your vision, when nurtured by a powerful mindset, can transcend any obstacle. If your vision doesn't scare you a little, it's probably not big enough. It should stretch you, excite you, and call forth the very best within you. Engage all your senses in creating this vision. What will your success look like? What sounds will you hear? What emotions will you feel? Who will be there with you? The more detailed and immersive your mental movie, the more real it becomes to your mind, and the more effectively it programs your internal guidance system. And this isn't a one-time exercise. Revisit your vision daily. Let it be the first thing you see in the morning and the last thing you contemplate at night. Let it infuse your thoughts, your conversations, your actions. Let it become so ingrained in your being that it becomes a part of who you are. This internal vision then fuels your external action. It bridges the gap between where you are and where you aspire to be. It makes the abstract tangible and the impossible possible. Your mind, armed with this compelling picture of the future, will tirelessly seek ways to manifest it. It will become more attuned to opportunities, more creative in problem solving, more resilient in the face of setbacks. Your vision is not just a dream. It is a command to your subconscious, a declaration of your intent to the universe. But vision, however grand, requires an even deeper anchor to sustain it through the inevitable trials. It requires purpose. Purpose is the why behind your what. It's the emotional fuel, the spiritual compass that gives meaning to your efforts and resilience to your spirit. While vision paints the picture of your destination, purpose answers the fundamental question, why is this journey important? A vision without purpose can be like a beautifully crafted ship with no cargo of value. Impressive to look at, but ultimately hollow. Purpose infuses your vision with heart, with soul, with a significance that transcends mere personal gain. It connects your individual aspirations to something larger than yourself, a cause, a contribution, a desire to serve or to create lasting value. When your actions are aligned with a deep sense of purpose, your motivation becomes intrinsic. You are no longer driven solely by external rewards, which can be fickle and fleeting, but by an inner conviction that what you are doing matters. This inner drive is a far more potent and sustainable source of energy. It's what gets you out of bed on cold mornings, what keeps you working late when others have gone home, what allows you to persevere when the path is arduous and the rewards seem distant. Think of individuals who have dedicated their lives to a cause they believe in. Scientists searching for a cure, activists fighting for justice, teachers shaping young minds. Their energy often seems boundless, their determination unshakable. This is the power of purpose. It transforms work into a calling, a mission. Finding your purpose is a journey of self-discovery. It involves looking inward, connecting with your core values, identifying your unique talents, and asking how you can use these to make a meaningful contribution. What problems do you feel called to solve? What injustices stir your soul? What legacy do you wish to leave behind? Your purpose doesn't have to be grandiose in the eyes of the world to be profoundly meaningful to you. It could be raising a loving family, creating art that inspires building a business that serves its community, or simply being a source of kindness and support to those around you. The scale of your purpose is less important than the sincerity with which you embrace it, and the alignment between that purpose and your daily actions. When you operate from a place of purpose, your mindset shifts. Challenges are no longer seen as mere obstacles, but as opportunities to deepen your commitment, to hone your skills, to prove the strength of your resolve. Failures become lessons guiding you toward a more effective path. The opinions of naysayers lose their sting because your validation comes from within, from the knowledge that you are living in accordance with your deepest values. A purpose-driven mindset is inherently resilient. It understands that the path to any worthwhile endeavor is rarely smooth. But because the why is so strong, the how becomes more flexible, more adaptable. If one door closes, a purpose-driven individual will look for a window, or, if necessary, start building a new door. So, as you craft your vision, dig deeper. Ask yourself, why this vision? What is the underlying purpose it serves? How will achieving this vision allow me to express my deepest values and make a meaningful contribution? When your vision is anchored in a profound sense of purpose, your mindset becomes an indomitable force capable of weathering any storm and achieving the extraordinary. This combination transforms your mind from a mere tool into a sacred weapon, one that forges not just success, but significance. And with this potent trinity of belief, clarity, and purpose-driven vision firmly established in your mind, The stage is set for the critical element that breathes life into all aspiration: discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your inner world of thought and your outer world of results. It is the relentless engine that converts intention into action, dreams into reality. Without it, the most brilliant vision remains a mere hallucination, the most profound purpose an unfulfilled yearning. Discipline is often misunderstood, viewed as a harsh taskmaster, a denier of freedom. But in truth, discipline is the ultimate liberator. It is the key that unlocks the cage of mediocrity, the pathway to self-mastery. It is the conscious, deliberate choice to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. This is not about suppressing your emotions, but about mastering them, about ensuring that your actions are guided by your commitments, not by your fleeting moods. The ancient Spartans, renowned for their incredible fortitude and military prowess, were not born superior. They were forged through relentless discipline, through a commitment to excellence that permeated every aspect of their lives. Their mindset was one of unwavering adherence to their code, their training, their purpose. This discipline was not a burden. It was their strength, their identity, their path to glory. In our modern world, the temptations for distraction are endless, the siren calls of instant gratification omnipresent. It is here that discipline becomes your staunchest ally. It is the ability to say no to the trivial so you can say yes to the essential. It is the power to resist the lure of comfort and convenience when your higher goals demand effort and sacrifice. Cultivating discipline is not about a sudden Herculean effort. It is about building small, consistent habits that align with your goals. It's about the daily choices, the seemingly insignificant actions that, compounded over time, create monumental results. The writer who pens 1,000 words a day, rain or shine. The athlete who never misses a training session. The entrepreneur who makes those difficult calls day in and day out. Their success is not accidental. It is the product of sustained discipline. Your mindset plays a crucial role in fostering this discipline. If your mind is filled with excuses, with justifications for procrastination, with a victim mentality that blames external circumstances, discipline will find no fertile ground. But if your mindset is one of responsibility, of commitment, of a no-matter-what attitude, then discipline becomes a natural expression of that inner resolve. Start small. Choose one area of your life where you want to instill greater discipline. Perhaps it's waking up an hour earlier to work on your most important task. Perhaps it's committing to a daily exercise routine. Perhaps it's dedicating a specific block of time to focused, uninterrupted work. The key is consistency. It's better to take small, consistent steps than to make grand, sporadic gestures that quickly fade. Embrace discomfort. Growth and discipline rarely reside within your comfort zone. There will be days when your motivation wanes, when the allure of distraction is strong. These are the moments when discipline is forged. It is in pushing through that resistance and honoring your commitment, even when it's hard, that you build mental toughness and strengthen your resolve. Each time you choose discipline over ease, you cast a vote for the person you aspire to become. And remember, discipline is not self-punishment. It is self-love. It is the act of honoring your future self, of making choices today that will create the tomorrow you desire. It is the understanding that the temporary discomfort of discipline is far outweighed by the lasting regret of unfulfilled potential. As you strengthen your discipline, you will notice a profound shift. You will feel more in control of your life, more empowered, more capable. The chaotic noise of distractions will begin to fade, replaced by the quiet hum of focused effort. Your belief in yourself will deepen as you witness firsthand your ability to follow through on your commitments. Discipline is not just about getting things done. It's about becoming the kind of person who gets things done. It tempers your mindset into a sharp, effective instrument ready to carve out your desired destiny. It transforms your dreams from passive wishes into active pursuits, laying the groundwork for the inevitable manifestation of your goals, action. Action. This is where the rubber meets the road, where the internal architecture of your mindset, your beliefs, your clarity, your vision, your purpose, your discipline, translates into tangible results in the external world. All the positive thinking, all the meticulous planning, all the heartfelt intention remains inert without the spark of action. Action is the great differentiator, the force that separates the dreamer from the doer, the wisher from the achiever. Your mind, however powerfully forged, is designed to be a precursor to movement, a catalyst for engagement with the world. It is in the doing and the striving, in the very act of stepping forward that potential is actualized and destinies are shaped. Many are paralyzed by the fear of failure, by the pursuit of perfection, by the overwhelming nature of their grandest ambitions. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions. But the perfect moment rarely arrives. The perfect moment is created by action. Thomas Carlyle wisely stated, "The end of man is an action and not a thought, though it were the noblest." Your noblest thoughts, your most inspiring visions yearn for expression. They cry out to be tested in the crucible of reality. Action is that expression, that test. It is the commitment to begin even when the path is not entirely clear, even when you don't have all the answers. Consider the pioneers who forged new paths across uncharted territories. They did not have detailed maps or guarantees of success. They had a vision, a belief, and the courage to take the first step, and then the next, and the next. Their journey was defined by action, by a relentless forward momentum in the face of uncertainty and hardship. It was their action, often imperfect and fraught with risk, that carved new nations and opened new frontiers. The fear of making a mistake often holds people captive. But action, even if it leads to an error, is infinitely more valuable than inaction. Mistakes are not failures. They are feedback. They are opportunities to learn to adjust, to refine your approach. The only true failure is the failure to act, the failure to try. A mindset geared for growth understands this. It embraces action not as a gamble, but as an experiment, a data-gathering process. Do not wait for inspiration to strike before you act. More often than not, action precedes inspiration. It is in the engagement with the task, in the immersion in the process, that creativity is kindled and motivation is fueled. Momentum is a powerful force. A small action taken today creates the energy for a larger action tomorrow. The key is to break down your imposing goals into smaller, manageable steps, and then to focus on taking that very next step. What is the one action, however small, that you can take right now, today, to move closer to your vision? Don't overthink it. Don't get lost in endless analysis. The journey of 1,000 miles, as the ancient proverb reminds us, begins with a single step. Take that step, then take another. Your mindset directly influences your propensity for action. If your mind is conditioned for courage, for decisiveness, for a bias towards movement, you will naturally find yourself engaging with the world, tackling challenges, and seizing opportunities. But if your mind is mired in fear, in doubt, in procrastination, you will find yourself perpetually on the sidelines watching as life passes you by. Cultivate an action-oriented mindset. When an idea sparks, don't just let it fade. Capture it, explore it, and most importantly, act on it in some small way. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means being responsive, being willing to engage, being committed to progress over perfection. Remember the story of Colonel Sanders. He was over 60 years old, living on Social Security, when he began pitching his fried chicken recipe. He faced hundreds, perhaps thousands of rejections. Imagine the mindset required to face that level of refusal and continue to take action day after day. His belief in his product, his vision of sharing it with the world, his unwavering discipline all culminated in persistent action. And that persistent action against all odds built a global empire. Action is the antidote to fear. Fear thrives in the vacuum of inaction. When you are moving, when you are engaged, when you are focused on the task at hand, fear has less room to maneuver, less power to paralyze. Action builds confidence. Each step taken, each obstacle overcome reinforces your belief in your own capabilities. It provides tangible evidence that you are indeed capable of achieving what you set out to do. So, let your powerfully cultivated mindset be the launching pad for decisive, consistent action. Let your beliefs fuel your courage, your clarity, direct your efforts, your vision, inspire your movement, your purpose, sustain your drive, and your discipline ensure your persistence. For it is in the arena of action that your greatest weapon, your mind, truly demonstrates its power to shape your world, to forge your destiny, and to unlock the limitless potential that resides within you. And as you move forward, as you engage with the world through decisive action, another vital element must be woven into the fabric of your mindset: gratitude. Gratitude. It may seem at first glance a softer quality, perhaps less overtly combative than the focused intensity of discipline or the driving force of action. Yet gratitude is one of the most profound and powerful states of mind you can cultivate. It is a force multiplier and amplifier of good, and a potent shield against the corrosive effects of negativity and discontent. A mindset steeped in gratitude is a magnet for abundance, for joy, and for deeper connection to the world around you. In the relentless pursuit of our goals, in the heat of striving and achieving, it's easy to fall into the trap of focusing solely on what's next, on what's missing, on the gap between where we are and where we want to be. While ambition is vital, and ambition untempered by gratitude can lead to a perpetual state of dissatisfaction, a restless hunger that is never truly satiated no matter the heights achieved. You conquer one mountain only to find your gaze immediately fixed on the next, never pausing to appreciate the view, the journey, the strength gained. Gratitude, however, shifts your focus. It invites you to acknowledge and appreciate the good that already exists in your life right now. It's the conscious recognition of your blessings, both big and small. The support of loved ones, the opportunities you've been given, the lessons you've learned, the simple beauty of a sunrise, the strength of your own body and mind. This isn't about denying challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about choosing to also see and deeply feel the abundance that coexists with those challenges. When you cultivate a grateful mindset, you alter your energetic frequency. Like attracts like. A mind focused on lack and complaint will inevitably find more things to complain about. But a mind attuned to gratitude will begin to notice more and more things to be grateful for. It's as if the universe delights in showering more gifts upon those who appreciate what they already have. Think of Oprah Winfrey, a woman who rose from profound adversity to become one of the most influential figures in the world. A cornerstone of her philosophy frequently shared is the practice of gratitude. She speaks of keeping a gratitude journal, of consciously listing the things she is thankful for each day. This isn't a passive reflection. It's an active cultivation of a state of being that has demonstrably drawn more success, more joy, and more positive impact into her life and the lives of millions. The practice of gratitude has tangible benefits. It reduces stress, improves physical health, fosters resilience, and strengthens relationships. When you are grateful, it's difficult for emotions like anger, envy, or resentment to take root. Gratitude fills the space, leaving little room for negativity to flourish. It acts as an emotional immune system. How do you cultivate this powerful state? It begins with intention. Make a conscious decision to look for the good. Start a daily gratitude practice. This could be as simple as mentally listing 3 things you are grateful for when you wake up or before you go to sleep. Or, like Oprah, keep a journal. The act of writing them down solidifies their impact. Be specific. Don't just say, "I'm grateful for my family." Say, "I'm grateful for the way my partner listened patiently to me today." Or, "I'm grateful for my child's laughter." Extend your gratitude beyond the obvious. Be grateful for the challenges that have made you stronger. Be grateful for the lessons learned from mistakes. Be grateful for the contrast that difficulties provide, for they allow you to appreciate the good times even more profoundly. Even in the darkest moments, there is often a sliver of light, a hidden blessing, if you are willing to look for it. A grateful mindset also transforms your interactions with others. When you genuinely appreciate people, they feel it. It fosters connection, builds trust, and encourages reciprocity. A simple, sincere thank you, a word of acknowledgement, can have a ripple effect, spreading positivity far beyond your immediate interaction. This isn't about complacency. Gratitude does not mean abandoning your ambitions or settling for less than you are capable of. On the contrary, gratitude fuels ambition in a healthy, sustainable way. It provides a stable foundation of contentment and well-being from which to strive, rather than a desperate reaching from a place of perceived lack. When you are grateful for what you have, you approach your goals with a sense of fullness, not emptiness. This allows you to pursue your dreams with joy and enthusiasm rather than anxiety and fear. As you integrate gratitude into your core mindset, you'll find that your perspective shifts. The world appears brighter, opportunities more abundant, and challenges less daunting. You become a beacon of positive energy, attracting more of what you appreciate into your life. Gratitude doesn't just change how you see the world, it changes the world you see. It is the quiet hum beneath the roar of action, the gentle strength that underpins unwavering belief, the inner peace that fuels enduring purpose. It is the fertile soil in which all other aspects of a powerful mindset can truly flourish, ensuring that as you wield your greatest weapon, you do so with wisdom, with joy, and with an ever-expanding capacity to receive the good that life has to offer. This foundation also prepares you for the inevitable currents of change, demanding adaptability.